Welcome to the 3G Fitness Podcast,
where 3 generations of trainers come together to discuss all things fitness related.
Join us as we share insights, tips, and stories from our diverse experiences as we unravel the secrets of staying fit.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the 3G's Fitness Podcast, 3 generations of fitness. I'm Coach Cisco.
Coach Michael.
And I'm Coach Kael.
And today, ladies and gentlemen, we first want to address that Coach Michael did not get the memo today. It's matching t-shirt day, but hey, you know what? When you want to stand out, you want to stand out.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I didn't even notice that.
Okay, hold on. Don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging in front of the audience.
Like, man, representing.
Oh, wow, man. That's like bad.
It's
man.
all right,
Hey,
Mike.
that's
Joaquin
bad.
Felcher.
But of course, it would be the guy with the labubu.
It would be the guy with the boo-boo. But I mean, it's all good.
Boo-boo caused that.
The boo-boo causes that. You know what boo-boo causes too? I heard boo-boo causes people to not sleep so well.
Exactly.
And that's what we
And that's very important, right?
Sleep is very important.
Yes.
Why is sleep important, Kai?
Well, that's where we build the most muscle. That's when we recover the most, is during our sleep. It's not in the gym. It's at home when we're resting, when we're sleeping.
That's what I always tell a lot of people. One thing I've said is that we're breaking down the muscles when we're working out. Mm-hmm. The buildup of the muscles is how you rest and how you recover.
100%.
The body completely goes limp and it repairs. That's when your repair happens, because when you go to sleep, everything is
Status
limp.
quo, like kind of yeah.
Sleep,
Mm-hmm. When
you
you're
go to
asleep,
sleep,
everything is sleep.
Everything is asleep. Say words of wisdom
Yeah.
from Michael Joaquin Felcher.
So it's definitely a good 8 hours always is a sufficient amount of sleep, not 10 and not 11.
Ideally. Well, actually, they say if you're a high-level athlete, you'd want to aim for a little bit more between the
really?
8 to 10 range.
Man, I thought
Yeah.
more sleep was...
I think they said they did a study on basketball players getting 8 to 10 sleep, and all their skills improved.
Oh, wow. I thought more sleep was
Well, it says right here, athletes and lifters may benefit from 8 to 10 hours due to higher recovery demands. Which makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. If you're recovering, because what we just started off with was telling everyone, hey, sleep is where the recovery happens. Sleep where the muscle building happens.
That's where HGH is secreted, your growth hormone, which helps the body build.
Well, that's what they say. Make sure you get your 8 hours.
Pretty much. That'd be the standard.
Do you get 8 hours?
No. I get 7. I try to aim for 8, but I get
more
7.
than 8 hours, man. You may go to bed at 1 o'clock at night, but you probably wake up at like 12 or 1 in the afternoon.
Not even, man. Hey, we see him.
I'm in the gym in the morning, man. I'm in the gym in the morning. Come on now.
Yeah,
9 a.m. sometimes. 9 a.m. I'll give you
but-
credit.
I even see him pop in once in a while on a Friday.
Yeah,
Exactly.
At 9 o'clock.
Exactly. Like 3 Fridays
And then
in
like
a row.
me and Mike,
even.
we're all like, we're already 3 clients in for our day or something.
I'm
Exactly.
like, damn.
Is that okay?
Yeah, no, I look fresh and clean. But anyways, going back to the topic. So HGH is what gets secreted while we sleep, and it is a key driver of muscle protein synthesis, cell regeneration, and fat metabolism.
And that's
It's important because when you don't get enough sleep, you're not getting all that stuff. So you're depriving your body of, muscle, cell regeneration, and you might store a little bit more fat because lack of sleep causes your stress to go high, which is also basically cortisol. You get your cortisol.
Mike.
Your cortisol raises when you have lack of sleep, which, as we know, is the stress hormone. Now, what do you know about the cortisol hormone?
Well,
Michael
when you're
Joaquin.
stressed, your body releases a hormone called cortisol naturally. Okay?
Yes.
Now, it's but when you stress and you have high stress, it releases more.
Right.
Okay, so then what happens after that? It releases, more cortisol, which means where do you get your energy from?
You're fat.
The amino acid.
Your muscles.
Oh, okay,
Your muscles, yeah.
Muscles.
So when you're stressed, cortisol takes energy from your muscles.
Right.
Got it.
So which means that weakens you to a point and stuff. So
So you get catabolic.
you know, and it's hard when you stress and you stress high. It's tough because you go into the gym not focused on what you're doing. You know, because you're thinking about, oh man, I got all these problems that I'm dealing with, you know, and
Which everyone goes through.
right.
You
So
know,
you go into the gym and you're not focused on your workout. You're not focused on training, you know, your reps and everything, and your mind is often in another world and stuff. So, and they use that term, you know, sometimes you come into the gym and you have a really bad workout because you've had a bad day at work or you've had a bad day at home and you don't get a good workout. Your workout may only last maybe 15 minutes and 20 minutes and you're out. But that's better than not coming in and just sitting at home stressing more
that's
about
very
what's
true.
going
For
on,
sure.
making it worse at home.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is that like when you're going to the gym, I've always said the gym is a place where endorphins get released.
Right.
And-
That's your outlet.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
A positive outlet.
Yeah, positive outlet. You get endorphins, the body starts feeling better. But it's like I said, it's one of those where hands-on experience. I've even seen it too when I've got clients and we're doing, you know, measurement performances, all that monthly check-ins.
They're
And
terrible.
Yeah, you can tell when it's been a stressful month. You know, I mean, me and you have trained powerlifting athletes. And every month we got to do several checks, you know, and we can tell when a month was good or when a month was bad. And it's not even based off of the program. There just could be a lot of other benefit factors like stress that could be causing them to perform.
And you can tell by their lifts. You can tell by what their weight they're lifting.
100%.
You know, one day they could, you know, they're lifting heavy, good weight, and then they come in stressed out, worried about something.
And the lack of sleep. The lack of sleep
Yeah,
will really
lack of
like
sleep,
change your
they're
training.
Tired. They don't make that lift. They don't lift that weight. You know, and then they wonder, you know, man, what's going on? You know, and that's, you know, stress and lack of sleep. So it plays an important role in exercise.
100%. Yeah, because I do have some clients who, you know, they do have night jobs, some of them, and sometimes they don't have enough sleep, like maybe running off 4 hours of sleep, and it'll show in the gym. Like things will start feeling heavier than usual when it's like their warm-up weight.
Yeah.
You know? So
And that's the thing is like, I mean, I'm pretty sure we've all seen it personally. I mean, you don't really get 8 hours of sleep, right?
7.
7, okay.
Most of the time. I try to aim for 8, but 7.
All right. Have you always gotten 8 hours of sleep, Mike?
Always.
You've always gotten 8 hours of sleep.
I go to bed at 9 o'clock.
Okay. Even since you were like in your 20s and your 30s and your 40s.
Oh no, that's that's the difference. I'm gonna tell you guys about you guys and me. Okay,
Is you're
You guys
retired.
young. You know,
You're at the end of your career.
you don't get 8.
He's on the latter
may not get
stages.
8 hours of sleep. You might get 6 and be able to function. You know,
That's true.
or
Okay.
even
When I was
5
younger, for sure.
and be able to function.
I was younger.
You
When
know,
I was younger.
I
for
always
sure.
laugh when you
It's
say
still-
that, Kyle, when I was
you
younger.
get me.
Hey, it's 10 years
you
ago.
give me 4 or 5 hours of sleep. I'm gonna fall asleep in the gym.
All right.
It
So
does-
I'm going
it
to
does
piggyback
take a
off of
toll
what you're
for
saying
sure,
that
yeah.
too, because it's true. I was in my 20s, very rarely probably getting maybe 6 to 7 hours of sleep, and that would be considered a good night's rest. Believe it or not, when the pandemic happened, I was able to reset a lot of habits. And now, ever since the pandemic happened, I've always make sure I get to bed. I set my alarm and I always make sure there's at least 9 hours left until my alarm goes off. So that gives me an hour to fall asleep so I get my full 8 hours. I will probably say in my 30s, I'm probably stronger than what I was in my 20s. I'm lifting better. I'm moving better. And I do credit a lot of that to my sleep. I've always said that to a lot of my clients. I've always said, you know, in my 20s, yes, I was just like you, like mentioned. We could maybe be out, go get 4 hours of sleep, wake up the next day, feel great, and go into lifting. In my 30s, I've been making sure I get 8 hours.
I don't know
and
about
I've
feeling
been-
great. You'll definitely feel it, you know. But yeah,
But I just noticed when I've made sure I've gotten 8 hours of sleep, I've seen my body just perform better as I've gotten older. So that's
Yeah,
one thing that I
for
always
sure.
preach to all my clients: make sure you're getting, you know, at least 8 hours of sleep. But I mean, it's hard.
I
It is hard. It is hard.
To me, when you take like a pre-workout and stuff like that, you know, because you're tired, or you take those little 5-hour energy
Shots.
shots, you know, because you're tired, it really doesn't help you.
yeah.
Okay, I personally think it hurts you when you do that, because now you're working under stress. when you do that, because you're tired, you're not.
It's a temporary fix for sure.
Yeah, so I don't think that's really a helpful thing to do and stuff, because, stress and sleep can tear your workout down. It can mess up your whole workout routine and stuff. So I always think, 8 hours of sleep is majorly important. So I get 8 hours sleep every day, every night, 8 hours.
And Kyle, I feel like you have more of a diverse clientele from all different age groups. On average, what kind of what kind of like daily, what kind of conversations are you having with your clients about sleep and helping them out to either improve with, or, seeing how it'll help out their performances? Like how major or how much of a priority is that of a conversation?
Oh, it's definitely a priority. That's probably one of the first things that I tell them off rip. So I have this thing where I call them the Holy Trinity. So I have them focus on sleep, water, and protein. I feel like those are the 3 top important things to focus on as a beginner. I mean, as anyone too, but like that's the first foundations that I need you to focus on before we do anything else. And there's not really much to say with sleep, because if they don't get enough sleep, they will feel it, and that's enough for them to be like, damn, you know what, I do need sleep.
I never heard of that one, dude. I'm gonna steal that from you.
Go for it. Yeah.
Sleep,
water, and protein.
See, and so because I think it's super important, and I'll tell you what I deal with. I always tell a lot of clients, and maybe on average 6 hours is probably what I think most of my clients tell me is maybe what they're getting of sleep. A lot of them will be like, oh, I don't go to sleep till midnight, and I wake up at 6, to get ready for work. That's roughly about kind of the average that I get. And I always try to kind of help them out and just be like, well, why are you going to sleep so late? That's always my thing is try to figure out what are some of the distractions that are keeping you up at night. We all maybe, because if you really think about it, television, no one really watches live television anymore. All we do is just, Netflix and chill, right? We're streaming
Or
on
people
demand.
are on their phones right before they go to bed, and that's like keeping your brain active, and it's hard for you to like, shut down.
And I think that causes that whole binging, where it's like, it's 8:30 p.m. Let me put an episode on before I go to bed. Next thing you know, 5 episodes in, you're all like, oh, damn, I'm only like 3 episodes away from finishing the season.
That's right.
And then they stay up, and I'm all like, why? No,
And
don't
then
do that.
and then the thing is, they got to go to work.
Well, yeah.
And then that takes a lot of your energy away right there, if it's mentally or physically. It takes a lot. And then you got to get off, go home, and come to the gym. You're pretty tired. Yeah, you're ready for bed by the time you're done worked out, but your workout probably wasn't that great.
Yeah,
and stuff. So
some people are night owls though.
Well, I mean,
That's me.
are.
I'm a night owl. I'm honestly like, I feel more energized and creative at night for a weird reason. I've never been a morning person. I've tried like doing all my productive stuff in the morning, but I always get that productive kick at night for some reason.
It's funny that you say that, because I've noticed when you work out maybe around like 12 or 1 p.m., you get a good workout in. But there's times when I see you working out 7 p.m. and I'm closing the gym down.
It's harder for sure.
He is killing it at 7 p.m. And I'll be like, what the hell? I was all like 1 p.m., he sets up, he still hits it. But at 7 p.m. is a different beast.
And maybe that could be too on how, when I first started going to the gym, back in like senior year or like even first year of college, I would always go to the gym after everything else, so I'd go to school first, and then, I'll be free like around 5 or 6. And then that's when I hit my gym.
that's funny. That's funny you talked about, because I remember when I was like 20, 19 and 20, I used to go to the gym at night. I used to go when nobody was there. And,
late night,
I had so much room to do whatever I wanted to do. I just do it, And it was great, to go at night and to get my workout done and everything, come home, get some sleep, and go on to the next day. But like you said, as you get older,
yeah, right.
you start to realize, man, being here late at night, man.
I need more sleep.
Yeah, I'm slowly kind of transitioning to an earlier workout for sure.
I mean, I remember one time I was on a leg press, and I was at the gym, and I was there at night, and it was like 1 o'clock, and I dozed off on the leg press.
Damn. Jeez.
Someone,
Mid-set, or just like,
someone came up to me. Hey. I was like, oh God.
oh, you were
Probably
one
wanted to make sure you
one
were
of
alive.
those, yeah.
I was like, that happens, you know.
Seen it a lot.
So that's when you start to realize. That's when you
Yeah.
start to realize, man, I can't be doing this at night, you know, and stuff. And
So sleep plays an important
Let me
role.
ask you a question, because I've always had this debate with a good friend of mine, and shout out to Jacobo Lopez, and we would always debate about 8 hours of sleep in a day continuous, or does maybe 5 hours split 3 hours later, does that count as 8 hours of sleep?
No, I think they say you need to get like a full night's rest, because then
agree.
if it's
I agree.
split, like you're not really entering your deep sleep, your REM, your rapid eye movement, which is, I think that's when you recover the most in that phase of your sleep.
See, but what about you? I mean, do you agree with that? It should be continuous 8.
no, because first of all, I don't like taking naps. Okay.
So you do agree? It should
No, I'm
be
talking about at night
continuous-
though, like at night, like
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
sleep.
it
It's
should
not,
be-
it's not,
It shouldn't
I
be
don't-
broken
it's
sleep.
not
It
8
shouldn't be
hours.
broken. It should be continuous.
It should be
Yes.
continuous
Yeah.
8 hours.
Yeah,
is what
exactly.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't
Okay,
agree
yeah,
with, I don't agree with the break in between, because
Yeah,
to
yeah.
me that's like a nap.
Yeah.
You know, you take 5 hours and you do everything you do in 3 hours, and you kick back and you take another 2 hours.
5 hour
and
nap
stuff.
is crazy though.
No. So
naps would be like maybe 30.
I'll throw him out there, because me and him are super tight like that. Like he would, because he's a trainer as well too, and his first client will sometimes be at 4 a.m. So, and he has a longer split shift, so he'll train, and then he'll have a long split shift where he can maybe make up whatever sleep he didn't get. So maybe he'll get about 5 hours, maybe 6 at night, because he has to get up so early. And then in the middle of the day, he'll probably take 2
Another-
hours
yeah.
to kind of make up for
Well,
it.
see, I mean, if that's the case, so you don't really have a choice.
Yeah.
I get it that's why he's trying to catch up, but I mean, that's not ideal. But
No.
it's not like he can just ask a 4 a.m. person to be like, hey, can you train at 12? I mean, maybe he can, but
But it's crazy that you said, though, like when you hit your REM sleep, REM, I'm a firm believer too, and I know this is something that we didn't really talk about, but it's related to sleep, is to find out if you're able to sleep through without having sleep apnea. Because now, are you guys familiar with sleep apnea?
Yeah, but isn't that kind of like it's almost like an illness, actually.
It is and it isn't. You got to know, obstructive sleep apnea, just pretty much the muscles in your throat
Yeah.
collapse the airwaves, so then you stop breathing during your sleep.
You can kill
so that's when you need your CPAP,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Kill
The only reason why I'm familiar with this, I'm a survivor of sleep. I mean, I'm a survivor of sleep apnea. I actually have sleep apnea, so I do. I
You
sleep
wear
with a
that
CPAP?
ma-
No, I don't wear the mask.
Oh.
Sorry about that. But no, I was like, I should. But here's the thing. So because sleep is important or anything like
Yeah,
that, and I'm a firm believer in finding that out. Dude, I guarantee you, man, you put me in a room with a 300-pound man, and if I'm sleeping on my back, I will outsnore that individual. I've always been told that. But here's the thing is that when I took the test, I only have it when I'm on my back. So, and then even the doctor looked at me, you're like, you're not the ideal individual that has sleep apnea. Usually someone that has sleep apnea is overweight.
Yeah,
Someone that doesn't work
yeah,
out.
right.
So they were just like, this is obstructive. Like, it's in there. They asked, all right, so we can give you the mask. I was like, I want to go. It'd be like Darth Vader. It'd be like,
Your father.
like, imagine looking over to my lady, like, what's up, baby? You want to go?
Hey, we can't
me
laugh
just-
about that, because that's like a serious piece of equipment.
It
With
is. It is.
It is. I got a family
it is.
member
I'm
who
not
uses
laughing
it.
because of that. Okay,
But here's the thing is that
I'm laughing just by looking at you work.
I don't have it because you saw my reaction. I said no right away. But they told me, hey, based on the test and the study, when you sleep on your side, specifically, I believe my right side, when you sleep on your right side, you have 0 sleep apnea. You only stop breathing when you're on your back. And then
So you've been sleeping on your side?
yeah. So it's one of those things where
You know that messes up your shoulder?
yeah, I know. Trust me.
It's odd, man.
It's odd. But here was another thing too, is that but I would tell them, be like, but I think I'm fine, when I sleep on my back, but you don't get into your deep sleep. So even though, like I said, yeah, I do have sleep apnea, but when I'm on my back, if I'm like choking and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm choking. I don't
true.
know.
Yeah.
But you never allow the body to like fully get
relax,
the rest, fully get the rest.
Yeah,
And
makes
that's
sense.
another thing too. Well, I found this out right around the pandemic too. I was like, during the pandemic, I took care of myself. I was like, man, I got time. I found out all these things. So yeah, got to be getting better. 8 hours of sleep and sleeping on my side. And like now I really practice on trying to be more on my side to get that better sleep.
Yeah.
Because they were saying, hey, your quality of sleep is horrible.
It's dookie.
Yeah, you're going to bed at 10 and your alarm is going off at 6, but your quality is probably you're getting the equivalent of maybe like 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Because you're constantly like,
Now,
You know-
well, they asked me if I had sleep apnea, and I was like, I don't think I do. I haven't
take
never
the test.
But what I did find out, and I found this out from my wife, she told me, she goes, babe, man, when you're overweight, boy, you snore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then she goes, well, when you lose weight, because I lose weight and gain weight, lose weight and gain weight.
Same.
you know.
Same.
She goes, when you're
Can't
down
relate.
in weight, you don't snore.
Yeah.
You know, what's so funny?
But no, it's because he said, you lose up the weight. I do too. He's like,
I said can't relate.
This guy doesn't even know. Yeah, he can't relate to us.
Well,
it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to gain
this
weight.
side of the three Gs. I'll be.
It's hard to gain weight, man.
Matching shirt.
I'm sorry, man. You got that little
It's
perfect
hard.
body and stuff.
It's hard
Yeah.
to gain weight. Thank you. I
No,
appreciate it.
But you better wait until you get older. You're gonna find out.
But it's important to know that too. So I know like we're talking about sleep or anything, but I want to add that, because a lot of people don't even know. I just thought I snored loud in general, but everyone would be
Yeah.
like, dude, you're not a big person. You snore like a damn bear.
Yeah.
And they would be like, really? I was like, and I noticed like I wasn't really feeling like fully rested either every time I'd wake up. So going back to it, like I'm telling you, there's different factors that could affect your sleep, whether it's, stress at work, things like that, or you might even have sleep apnea.
Yeah.
And that's just something to test it out. Because it is mainly more common in guys than it is in women.
Well, it is. I mean, I didn't think I snored.
Well, of course. Who's going to hear you when you sleep by yourself?
I didn't think I snored until my wife recorded me.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, is that me? She goes, yes, it is you. It's not the dog. It's you.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy? Like I never thought to connect like snoring with something bad.
Yeah.
Like as a kid, I was like, I thought everybody snores, but no, it makes sense. Like it obstructs like your airways, and so
you're getting you're
it's
lacking
related to your
oxygen.
health. Yeah, for sure.
Even though, like I'm telling you, we're telling people to get good quality of sleep here with time. You guys should know if you are getting good quality of sleep just by regularly sleeping. It's like it's something that I've actually, I remember I told one of my clients, and he was a younger gentleman. He was roughly about like 21, 22 years old. And the same thing, I was all like, I remember time I was like, yo, bro, like your sleep, because I talk a lot about sleep with him. And then I told him, I'm all like, you might have sleep apnea because you're probably not getting the best quality of sleep. Because he would always say, oh, dude, I'm doing as you said, I'm getting 8 hours, blah, blah. And it wasn't until his girlfriend one time recorded him. And he had the same thing. And he was like, oh shit, damn it, Cisco. Like, let me go. And he got tested.
Yeah, sleep apnea.
And he did. And and he was just like, oh man. So he got the machine and it helped him out. I just refuse to get the machine, but but it's I'm going back. Like I said, if you have something like that, it doesn't allow you to get your REM sleep.
Right.
And like you said, REM is when we get
That's your deep sleep. That's when your body like recovers the most. Do you know what helps though? Magnesium. You ever taken magnesium before going to bed?
I have.
Super.
Like get the
Yeah, I also take magnesium too before I go to bed because sometimes, having 7 hours of sleep is not 8. So there's still some fogginess when I do wake up. But when I take magnesium before I go to bed and it helps your body relax and enters a deeper sleep, I wake up like with a clear mind.
yeah.
So magnesium.
We at least know now that stress and sleep is important.
Oh, they go
Very
they
important.
correlate
Pretty
with
much.
each other, right? I mean,
Yeah.
if you're not getting good sleep, your stress levels are probably going up.
But that's something, we don't think about, especially when you're younger. You don't think about sleep as being something that's going to affect you in the gym, because you're young. So you're thinking, I'll work through it and I'll, do this. But when you get older, you start to look and think, man, I don't feel that good in the gym.
Yeah.
Well, I think the best way to get to the younger generation is everyone wants to go to the gym to work on their gains. Well, if you want to see better gains, get more sleep.
Yeah.
And I just kind of keep it,
That's it.
it's
Keep it
you're
simple.
definitely gonna, believe it or not, you're killing your body inside the gym.
Then
You're missing out on more potential gains when you don't get enough sleep.
Like Kay over here.
Okay, looks good.
What happened?
He says you look good. There
Thank
it
you.
is, man.
Ah!
And you look good with that shirt.
You know, you feel me? We got the
it is.
memo.
I mean,
We got the memo.
There we got the memo. So Michael Joaquin representing San Diego. Jeez, bro. They didn't even make the World Series. I don't even know why he's still repping them.
So get enough sleep.
Get enough sleep,
Yeah.
guys. Get enough sleep
Yes.
because, like I said, and also how Kael mentioned, make sure you're getting good quality sleep, REM, REM.
Yep.
And like I said, a lot of people wear watches, rings. It will actually kind of help you dictate how your REM sleep is as well too. So there.
The sleep tracking stuff.
So
Yeah.
Try to find whatever you can because we guarantee it. You're hearing it from all three of us. You guys get better sleep. Your stress levels will be down. Your gains at the gym will be better.
Your mood is going to be better. You're not going to be storing as much fat. Lots of benefits to it.
There it is, man. Michael, Joaquin, any last words?
Get your sleep. Try not to stress, even though I know at times like this, it's hard not to. But try to have better self-control, and if you have that, you'll be able to get through everything.
There you go. So for those of you watching on your phone in bed right now, please turn that phone, put it away.
Exactly.
Get ready to shut your eyes.
Night time.
All right. But before you do that, leave a like, comment, and subscribe and follow us for the next episode. I'm Coach Cisco.
Coach Michael.
I'm Coach Kael.
We'll catch you on the next one.